Ba, 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 ba.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Turn up this podcast.
I'm in this for the money and the pussy, and they're both falling off the trees.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 142 of the Reasonable Doubt Podcast. As always, we are your hosts, Eric C. Griff.
And Chicka J Money.
How you doing? Sorry, your mic was peaking hard there.
Was it? I was freaking the fuck out.
I'm fucking pissed off.
Were you like, oh my god, his mic's gonna be fucked again?
His mic's gonna be fucked again. No.
I know, it's too
fine.
sensitive, this little bugger.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I can sit back. I think I can sit back and talk, and he's like, whatever.
Yeah, probably.
You know? Yeah, fucking yesterday.
We just having days.
Yeah, we had days. Josh has worked 24 hours in 2 days.
We don't need to go into super specifics,
yeah.
but those days where fucking nothing works.
Dude, yesterday, I literally woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah.
And then last night we had the extra hour, which I will say pretty much every year, me and my buddy Dwayne, the night
You go to the bar.
we go to the bar because you get an extra hour of bar time, right?
Yeah.
So we talked about it, and I fully bailed on him. I was like, no, I need Jesus.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I got to get up and go to church tomorrow, or I'm going to fucking kill somebody.
I got home last night. Like every time I walk home from work, I walk by every big bar, basically on the row.
Yeah.
And it's fucking thumping. Everyone's out. I'm just walking home sore.
Yeah.
I sit down on the couch and whimper. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. And you touch your back, and then you're like, no, never mind. Touching it
And
makes
it's
it
like
worse.
11:30, and I'm like, well, this is my Saturday nights now.
Yeah.
I'm fired up for this extra hour, not to go out and drink, but because that means I get an extra hour of sleep.
Yeah.
But what just happened was I woke up at 7:30 instead of 8:30, and was
Yeah,
like, wow, I'm wide awake.
I literally just laid down and then couldn't fall asleep, and then it was an hour later than I normally fall asleep. So
Yeah.
it's like, cool, I lost it anyway. Awesome.
Awesome. I don't know what this says about the state of our mental health and stuff. But
it's not good.
It's just I'm one bad day from almost crying, uncontrollably.
Dude, you said something to me the other day that I was like, oh, thank God Josh is reaching this. You're now welcome.
Yeah.
You said, I thought it would get easier. And I'm like, what do you mean? You're like, I thought that doing the same thing that makes my body hurt all the time, your body adapts and it'd get better. And it doesn't. It just hurts all the time. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's why I hate trades. It never gets better.
I said that to one of our coworkers. He's in his mid-40s.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's just it feels like it just gets harder and harder. I thought I'd be better at this. I thought my body would adapt. And he laughed so hard that he had tears in his eyes. He's like, no, it doesn't. It actually gets progressively worse.
Yeah.
It was actually the easiest when you were 19.
Yeah.
And back then you thought it was hard.
Yeah, it gets way, way, way worse.
Yeah, it gets way... So if anyone's listening, it only gets worse.
It only gets worse. It's slow. It's progressive.
Yeah, you don't notice it. It's not one day it's worse.
No, you'll have the odd day where you're like, oh, wow, I'm really hurting today.
I'm really hurting today.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's some days where I go down the stairs and I'm every step, I'm like, the fucking knee.
Oh, my knees are fine.
Your knees are okay, but you have sore knee days.
I have bad knee days.
Yeah,
But
mine,
anyone...
it's not every day. It's the odd day.
Yeah, if anyone stood up for 12 hours straight, their knees would hurt. So I'm not putting too much stock into that.
Okay, well, sure, we'll
It's
see.
like my neck.
Oh, dude.
Because I nerd neck hard.
I keep trying to do this where I keep my shoulders down and back.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, doing this, I'm I can see in myself I'm all fucking cockeyed.
Yeah, it's you're always taught shoulders back, chest out. That's how you look your best.
Yeah.
And then I see myself doing that. I'm like, you just look like you're fucking peacocking. What the fuck are you doing? You're a worm, dude. Shrivel up into the corners. No one can see you.
You know what I've been doing to try and help my neck? Actually,
What's that?
I get the wife to put her hands and just
full
give
Nelson?
me just give me some resistance, and then I do reps like that, and I'll go to the side.
And you got to get
reps.
a resistance band around your forehead, and then tie it to something, and just
and then you go the other way where you're
you got to do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I actually think that's the way to do it.
Or another thing that could help us What if we really dive into substances here?
What do you mean?
Just get drunk all the time and try new drugs.
Just get into like heroin.
Yeah, like try an opiate. Like I bet an opiate would fix my body pain.
I had a dream last night. I can't remember who it was, but someone told me. I was like, "Oh, where were you? You're late." And they're like, "Oh yeah, like I did heroin and I fell asleep." And it was in my dream, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's your brain hinting at you.
Yeah,
You need to
like,
start
it's
this.
time to start doing heroin.
It's called performance enhancers. It's like, we've passed the time of like, oh, you got to do amphetamines to stay focused. We just need oxys to keep doing
to stay pain free.
just to be pain free. Or we could start doing like Whippets hardcore.
Oh wow!
And just give our
Just
brain
rot
a
our
break.
brains.
I'm always thinking too much.
I am always thinking too much.
So if I just hit the dumb button, which is doing a Whippet.
I think the dumb button, we've talked about this before, is doing mushrooms.
Yeah, that is the dumb button.
You do mushrooms, and that is the stupid button. Because you think you're a genius.
Yeah.
It must be how stupid people feel all the time. And honestly, it's bliss.
If I could just be perma-fried on mushrooms, is that like even possible?
Yeah, I feel like, I know people who seem like they are, but they don't do drugs.
Yeah, they're dumb. Those
Yeah,
are just dumb dudes.
You know what's always crazy to me is people are like, if you do drugs, it makes you dumb. And I'm like, the stupidest people I know are sober and always have been.
Yeah, that's true.
They're the dumbest people I know.
Man, I don't do drugs. I don't like to put poison
Drugs
into
are
my...
bad for me. Yeah, they're poison.
I don't want to put poison into my body and then eat like a family-sized bag of Fritos.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're stupid.
And then just watch like Family Guy for 12 hours.
I was like, what the...
Like, this is good for me, actually.
Yeah, I was talking to someone. Oh, fuck, who was it? Anyway, I'm talking, and they tell me that they've never had a drink of alcohol in their whole life. And I was like, really?
You don't know what you're missing.
And they go, yep, never done anything. All I'll have is I have a coffee every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Swear to God,
like, that's cutting
That's
loose.
what they told me, and I was like, yeah, this person's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Like obviously, being an alcoholic is also dumb.
Yeah,
But,
it's
like,
also dumb, but like, there's a line, man. Like whenever someone tells me like, oh yeah, I've never touched anything, and I don't drink nothing, and they never touch anything, I'm like, pedophile.
Yeah.
First thing I think is pedophile.
Well, you got to have a vice.
Yeah. So, and also in my brain, I'm like, what, you can't let loose? What happens if you let loose?
Oh, that's true.
What happens? I can be so drunk, I say the dumbest shit.
And it's never that bad.
I get anxiety about it because I sound like a moron and I say stupid stuff. But I know that I don't have like fucked up demons inside.
Yeah, there's not something that's like, man, I can't
ever tell anyone. Yeah, exactly.
Like the second I let my guard down on this
You're
shit,
fucked.
like,
You're going to jail. Like that. What? That's what I think. I'm like, you must be a pedophile.
Because like I'm sure you've met people that get like. They get, like, weird with girls when they get drunk.
Yeah, they get...
Like, they seem totally normal, and then they get, like, hammered, and they get grabby.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, you need to understand boundaries.
Yeah, like, oh, obviously, like, this is just simmering there.
Yeah,
the whole, like, you walk down the street, like, I want to grab that
bubbling.
ass. I want to grab that ass. I'm going to fuck it. And you're just...
Yeah.
And then you have, like, 3 beers, and you're like, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? Like, I really want to grab that ass.
Do you remember being the, like, one of fucking 5... Not even 5. One of like 3 times we've been to a strip club.
Yeah.
The one time we went with someone we didn't know particularly well, and they had a few beers, and they got hella grabby, and I was like, "Oh, you're a monster."
Oh yeah. Like
you're a monster inside of you.
Yeah, and it was their idea, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, they were like, they had their drink, like, guys, you want to go to the strip club?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, sure, I'll go to the Rippers, but like
4 beers later, they're an animal.
They're an ant, like yelling at the girls
Yeah,
and shit.
I was like,
oh yeah,
what the
this is a
fuck?
problem. I gotta keep this at an arm's length.
Yeah, like, I don't think we should hang out.
Yeah, I've been.
And we don't hang out
I've been
with
so
them.
fucked up that I've had hours missing.
Yeah.
And I'll freak out and be like, man, like, did I say something stupid? Like, fuck.
And then people are just
And
like,
they're
oh yeah,
no,
you're
you
drunk,
just
you're
like,
an idiot.
you drooled on yourself, and like, we had to get you home. But like,
You were fine.
yeah, you were fine.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, the worst I've ever had is I went back to this bar like 3 weeks later, and the bartender, he's like, buddy.
No.
He goes, you paid your bill, and then you had 2 beers after you paid your bill, and then you just left.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had like 2 beers, and I'm like, fuck, I'm so sorry. He's like, dude, I knew you would. He's like, he said, if it went like another month, I would have just texted you and been like, hey, come pay your bill.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's my phone number. But he's like, I knew you'd come pay it. Like,
Yeah,
you're
you'll
not a
be
DJ.
back.
Yeah, you'll come back.
I think the worst that I end up doing is I end up doing voices.
Oh, yeah. We get into the
We
voice.
do that.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
And it's bad sometimes.
Sometimes. I think I've got a pretty good wherewithal with my audience.
You know what, though? We're
it's
good
like-
at it.
Yeah, well, it's talent.
We are good at
A
it.
talent that I will not repeat on this podcast. But it's like, you get super fucked up. You're like, yeah, you know what these people would love? Like a really racist Asian voice.
You know what I
And
think
then I
I need
wake
is
up-
a ninja.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how ninjas talk?
Or like,
Oh, hello.
and everyone else is, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
and
everyone's
I'm
like,
doing the teeth and everything.
Yeah.
Or like, okay, like I've got certain friends like you, and there's some others, right? Where like we know where we stand on each other's opinions,
And it's fine.
It's fine. And then like you can do like a sarcastic bit where you're like a bigot. Or
Yeah.
you're like a wild conspiracy theorist or something.
Yeah.
But the subtleties of doing that bit are lost when you're hammered. Right? So,
Yeah.
like, if I start doing this sarcastic bit about how Jews control the weather, but I'm drunk, it just sounds like I'm saying that.
Yeah, and people who don't know us
And
that
then,
well.
yeah, the people that are like, if it's you, it's like, oh, this is Josh doing a bit and he's drunk.
Yeah.
Right? Not just like, oh, who's this guy talking about, like, the cabal?
Yeah. Dude, there was one day I was in Winks, and
Gotta keep a lid on that.
I'm in Winks on a Wednesday, so you know who's there.
Yep.
Our mutual friend who's been on the podcast. I guess we can say his name because he's been on the podcast.
Yeah, Jamie, yeah.
Who's my buddy and is Jewish. and I'm joking.
You're like flicking coins at
I
him?
know. I'm joking that I'm like, said something along the lines of like, well, Jews control the world. Like,
Yeah.
just being a
And he's just like,
just being a
"Stop
fucking
it."
dickhead. No. This girl comes up to me and is like, do you even know any Jewish people?
That
like,
guy.
You've and I was like, yeah. And he's like, don't bring me into this. Come here, what are you doing? He's like, no. I know it's a joke, but you need to dig yourself out of this hole.
I was I heard this good bit from a buddy who was talking, just speaking of Jews, and I think it deserves some attention. But
Okay.
just the idea of like, when people go to like Rome or Paris, whatever, and there's all those like pigeons, people feed them.
Yeah.
Like the bread and stuff. It's like if you do a trip to Israel, you could just like scatter coins.
Oh
and, like,
my
feed
God.
the Jews in the same way that you like
Oh my
feed
God.
pigeons. And that's been getting a chuckle out of me lately.
Jesus. Brutal.
Yeah, brutal. But, that's just getting fucked up all the time.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I think that's about as bad as I get, which is like...
Yeah.
I don't...
That
usually-
and Uncle Ruckus quotes.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's doing voices. Like,
Yeah.
what if I did, like, an Uncle Tom right now? That would fucking kill.
Like, one of my favorites is Obama. I don't even know if I can do
Baboon will be in here soon.
And then he looks over. You ain't too ugly yet, rape, motherfucker.
I apologize for my outburst. Yeah, fuck. I had no business watching the Boondocks. Like, that show
I
was
know.
not for me.
No, but I loved it. I used to watch it with my dad, and my dad thought it
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Well, yeah, he would.
yeah, because
It's
he's
like black culture.
Yeah.
But, like, I thought it was funny when I was really young because they said the N-word a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, this fucking rocks.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And then I
it's
kept
cartoon.
watching it, and as I was getting older, I was getting it more.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this is a
This is
social
like-
narrative.
This is like a social narrative, and I get it.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah.
God,
It's a
yeah.
great show.
it's a
though.
great show. It's also super stylish.
Yeah.
When he fights the blind neighbor samurai,
Yeah.
and it's like, I think it's got like a Ghostface Killah song on
Yeah.
in the background. It's like, oh, fuck.
You know the like white neighbor? The neighbor that lives next door and he's like a super proper white dude.
Yeah.
He's like real stuck up.
Yeah.
That's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, he becomes a rapper in the show. He
Does
becomes
he?
like a gangster, yeah. And
Okay,
it's
yeah,
Samuel L.
because that white
Jackson
dude
voicing him.
is Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
he
there's-
does the white dude voice.
In the bit when they're there's a bit in the car where it's like him and the other guy, the other young guy, are like driving Riley and What's the other one's name?
Yeah, fuck. I only ever remember Riley.
Yeah, Riley and the other one are like
Riley
driving
and
him
the
around.
dumbass.
and they do the like they do the Pulp Fiction say what again, motherfucker.
Oh,
like the whole
say
time.
one more motherfucking
Yeah,
time.
exactly. There's a lot of guest voices on the show. Like Busta Rhymes is Gangstalicious, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. It's awesome.
And then you know the Booty Bandit bit? Well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Oh, yes.
That's a real guy.
What?
That was based off an interview of a prisoner who looks exactly like that. And he's like the Booty Bandit in prison.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And I see you choosing the hard way.
That's scary, eh?
Yeah. Dude, it pops in my head all the time. It's Chris Hansen. Now, see, I calls you Chris Hansen. Bring that booty over here.
Dude, you ever think about that? Like, the dumb shit we do? If I ever, by chance, was to, like, get popped for some dumb shit and go to jail, I think I would see God.
You'd become like a Muslim, I think.
I think I'd be like, damn, I never
You
want to
would-
do this again.
If like I would pick you up from jail, I feel, and you'd have the beard with no mustache.
Yeah.
You know the one?
Yeah. And fucking, like, the
little hat.
Yeah, little hat, and be like, Salam alaikum, brother.
Yeah, just go to jail and change. I would come out like a black Israelite.
Yeah.
Like a Hotep
And just
hat.
yell at the white Jews. And
Yeah, move to Brooklyn and yell at white Jewish people. The Holocaust was a joke. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite.
How dare you say
that?
Yeah,
white boy.
Yeah, white boy. Some angry dude, like, what?
I love when like black dudes get into like completely unreasonable religions. Nation of Islam, fucking the Black Israelites, all those guys rock.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, I gotta fucking bring this up before I forget about it. Okay. So there was a baptism.
Yeah,
today.
speaking of religions, speaking of
do they press a fucking dent into the baby's forehead?
Yeah, that's what makes you a Christian, is they make you stupid.
They do.
Like, they get rid of the frontal lobe.
They actually, that's not a joke. They press a little dent into the baby's forehead.
No, I don't think they press it down.
Yeah, they do, bro.
Maybe this guy. I think you're supposed to do the cross on the forehead.
And what, it leaves a mark on them? Because they do it kind of hard.
I've never seen it done kind of hard. Maybe you just went to like a lobotomy.
Nah, dude. I'm telling you, I was like, man, there was like a little, but maybe it was just from wetness and him rubbing, like that. Yeah, it just was red.
Or like, I don't know, maybe the baby's really fat and you squish it down.
I don't know, but I was like, do they press a soft spot in?
That would kind of rock. It's like you could
fuck.
just pick out Christians in the world because they've got this dent.
They got a fucking dent. I was like, man, and then I'm feeling my head and I'm like, I kind of
do I have one of them?
Am I stupid?
Yeah, baptisms are strange, especially when you're not expecting to go to one.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought it was service.
Yeah,
and then it started later because this memorial thing. And
yeah, it's like the Feast of All Saints or whatever. It's like
the Saints Day, like
for fucking Halloween.
Is that?
Yeah, it like coincides with that somehow.
Okay,
I forget exactly how, but that's what it's about.
Like banish yourself of Satan.
Yeah, banish yourself. It's people you know that have died.
Yo, okay, I gotta call you out on something. The wife gave me some irrefutable logic in opposition to you. It was like, the way she said it, I wish he'd been there.
Okay.
Because she shit on you.
Oh, okay.
We were talking.
She does that, eh?
Yeah, she does it to me too.
Okay.
Don't worry. We're together. We're together in this.
There's like 3 times in my life that she's like kind of dismantled me. And like I remember every single one. The first one's like 7 years ago. I was talking about how stupid 21 Pilots is. She's like, "That's crazy. You look like a fan."
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm never gonna wear a beanie again.
Well, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I was trying a new look. I guess we're not doing.
Yeah, I know. It's like I tried that new look for like 3 days. No one said anything, and then it's like, "That's dumb."
Yeah. All right.
Thanks. I guess.
Okay. So you had said we were talking about like the upper echelon cult bullshit, and you're like, yeah, there's not fucking satanic cults because there's no Satan. Like, do you believe Satan's not real? Like, this is stupid, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, whatever, Josh. What did she say? Like, she gave some perfect example, and she's like, people do shit about stuff that's not real all the time, and I was like, Damn, that is irrefutable logic. She's like, yeah, fucking the Crusades. No one can prove God exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I meant by this, if I can rebuke if she's listening,
Yeah, she probably.
is that, yes, there's probably dorks that worship Satan. Okay?
Yes.
That's 100% real. What I mean is Satan isn't giving them powers
Oh,
from,
yeah.
like, the rituals and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Because Satan's not real. There's no magic.
That you know of.
No, there's no magic.
You say that you're just
Have
not...
you seen a guy find a card? That's magic.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. You don't think there's any magic left in the world?
Like, no.
There's magic in the world.
Okay.
Do you not believe in magic?
I believe that
In
certain...
a young girl's heart?
Magic can mean a lot of things.
Yes.
Sure. I don't believe in having special powers.
You don't believe in magic at all?
No. Like,
Why
wizards?
not? Not wizards.
That's
fucking
magic.
Druids used to exist. They were pretty magical.
The magic
Druidry?
wasn't... Druidry?
Yeah, that's their religion. Was
Druidry? I think they're pagans.
No, druids. Druids, dude. Let me pull up a picture of this for you.
Druids are real.
Druids are fucking real. They are real people that
And
existed.
were they doing real magic?
Druidry. Look at this. Let me show you some
Yeah,
shit right
okay,
now.
give me knowledge.
Druidry, also known as Druidism, is a modern spiritual and religious movement that promotes respectful relationships with nature. Druids seek to cultivate honorable relationships with nature's deities, spirits of nature, and place the flora, fauna, and the world diverse people.
Okay, that's not magic.
Look at these motherfuckers. They gather at Stonehenge and shit, dude. Magic.
Ooh, all they are missing is a peaked hood there.
Right? They dress in all white like wizards, and they like gather in the forest.
See, that's just dork shit.
Dude, I don't know. Look at, because that's where all that shit comes from. See? Druids. They talk about
That's
like,
from
goblins.
a video game.
Dude, it's a hunt. This is from a video game.
From a video game.
Bro, I'm telling you, you gotta look up Druidry. You gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Look into it, because they have all these. You've never seen these? There's one on Brescia Hill in London.
Yeah, they pile rocks and shit.
They make like mazes and stuff. Yeah, they do like the fucking rituals and circles with the pentagram.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is the same thing as the Satan worshippers. It's like you're doing the shit, fine.
Okay, but all these super rich people, they be doing this.
So yeah, because they're dorks.
Yeah, but okay, like where they, man, Angelina Jolie literally talks about like going in and getting raped by a bunch of people and it freeing her. Do you not hear? Have you never heard this?
Crazy sex cult shit.
No, it's satanic sex cults. Yeah, bro, it's
so
fucked
like
up.
okay, but getting porked doesn't give you magic.
It might. It might.
We gotta find out.
Well, I don't want to get raped.
No, well,
And I really don't want to do the raping either, to be honest.
I think
but,
if you
like-
go there with the intention of getting gangbanged like
porked?
that, I don't know
Yeah.
if that's rape.
Yeah, true.
Like if you're a willing
It's pretty
participant,
rapey, though.
What? Just because it's
Because they, like,
aggressive?
tie you
and
to a
it's-
stone table in a cave underneath fucking
Dude,
Oprah's
I
house.
think you would be surprised at how many people are into that.
That's fucked up. Yeah, there is definitely a lot of people into that,
yeah,
actually.
I
We
think
know
it'd be-
people that are into
It'd
that.
be a little fun, I think.
Like, it'd be kind of...
Okay, this scenario, right?
Yeah.
You're blindfolded, you're tied to a table, right?
Yeah,
And then 9 women have sex with you.
that'd be a great
It sounds fucking
If
awesome.
they're hot. If they're hot.
You're blindfolded, you don't even know. But yeah, if they're hot, like
I can
sure.
tell. I can tell when they drop that load. I have a pretty good idea. If I go, damn, I
You're
might
like
be a
running
pelvic
your hand
fracture.
on their face, like that nose is too big.
What? No! Oh!
Left lip. Ah!
No, I feel 8 titties. Oh, no. Oh,
That's
no.
a man titty. I can tell. Like feeling for milk ducts.
Josh is a doctor.
Yeah.
We've established this before. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I'm a doctor. Part of getting your MD is identifying the gender of tits
Yeah.
with your eyes closed.
It's a huge part of the exam. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure
mean,
if
that comes up in...
you have to know.
You have to. It's one of those
Yeah.
things that comes up fairly regularly in
Yeah,
medicine.
gynecologists have that test where they have to be able to pat a vagina and tell like what kind of person has a vagina.
Yeah.
The
like-
sideways ones are Asian.
Man, that's like some Vietnam War racism.
Old school.
That's your pappy's racism.
Yeah, bringing it back.
Pat the vagina. Be like, you're annoying.
Bitch.
Librarian.
Karen.
Karen.
Oh, Sharon. Oh, God.
Really nice lady. You're great.
Hippie. Hippie. I smell.
Yeah, you do. That's
I
when you
smell
hit
chamomile and patchouli.
That's when you hit hair 6 inches away.
Yeah.
Hippie.
Whoa. Hippie. And then you get a waft of patchouli.
I like that word, but what does it mean?
Patchouli?
Is that like pussy smell?
No, patchouli is a legitimate like wood they burn.
Oh, okay.
It's a scent.
Is
It's
it
a
one of
real-
those ones they wave around?
Yeah. Like you have sweetgrass
sage
and
and-
sandalwood and sage, and then patchouli isn't it? That's hippies. If you smelled patchouli, you'd be like, oh, it smells like
I'd probably
hippies.
recognize it.
Right
yeah.
away. You'd be like, it smells like hippie chicks. Yeah, I swear to God.
Yeah, it's like that and
great,
sweat.
great time. Yeah. Well, you know,
That's fine.
but you never had crazy sex with a hippie girl?
No.
Okay, well,
No.
you're missing out.
I think I couldn't because white women with dreads are just always so funny to me.
No, you don't want the dreadlock ones.
Why not?
Because that's too far down the rabbit hole.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't think I could take it seriously.
No, you need the ones that like wear flowy pants and shit. You know,
Oh, like rich hippies.
rich hippies. Yeah,
Like rebelling against their upper class
Exactly,
parents.
Exactly, but don't want to leave the security of being.
Oh,
rich.
yeah, like they still live in the suburbs.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
room just has a bunch of tapestry.
Yeah, tapestry, and they've got a fucking
Like-
dream catcher in the window.
Yeah, women having tapestries on the wall is the 1-to-1 equivalent of men having like Saturdays are for the boys flags.
Yeah, honestly,
Like
yeah, it is.
it's a straight correlation of like leave this house right away.
Yeah, you don't want to be there.
Yeah, like a red flag is literally a Saturdays are for the boys flag, or like that the tapestry that's like a circle. You know, the one that's like
Yeah.
brown and purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there. It's gonna be awful.
It's a mandala, isn't it? In it, there's a mandala in the middle of those.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway,
I'm not well versed in
I got
hippiness.
told to ask you: are you a foamer? You're a foamer. I'm not. Are you? You are a foamer.
What's a foamer?
A foamer is a train nut.
I'm not a train nut.
You just like them.
I like trains, and everyone makes it a joke because it's about autism, which I'm not. But
You're
yes,
not fully.
I
You're
like-
not two scoops.
I can no.
You're
I
not
can
two scoops raisin
appreciate.
bran autism.
I can appreciate how cool trains are.
They are cool.
They're cool. They're big.
They are.
They're
I think
feats
trains
of
are cool.
engineering.
Yeah.
They sound great. I don't know what's to hate. Like how do you look at a train and go, "Ugh," you know?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like if I live right by the train tracks, I'm gonna pretend like that wasn't a conscious decision. But like, if I hear the horn go off, I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, and I live right by the crossing, so they're always blowing the horn.
It is cool as fuck.
It is cool as fuck. A buddy of ours lives with a clear view of the train yard.
Yeah, and I honestly love having a smoke on his balcony.
Every
watching
time.
the
I
train
take a
yard.
10-minute
when
dart.
they're like taxiing the trains around.
Shunting.
What is it?
Shunting.
Shunting.
When
Okay.
when they're lining up the cars
Yeah.
that they're picking up. Yeah, I'll watch that all day.
Yeah, taxiing's on the runways.
Yeah, that's planes.
Yeah.
But yeah, or like when the Christmas train rolls through. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking kidding me?
It is sweet. Oh yeah, you have a sick view of the Christmas train.
Yeah.
We should watch that this year from your balcony.
Yeah, I did last year.
Oh, dude, I'm coming over to watch a
Yeah,
Christmas
hot
train.
chocolates. Watch Christmas train.
Fuck yeah, that's a great time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Get all bundled up.
Oh, it's adorable.
Dude,
it's like a
and
Hallmark
they have
movie.
Bob Noxious playing like they do
Ah,
every year. I
skip the
fucking-
Bob.
yeah, I hate that. I honestly hate it.
Yeah, they're like, hey, they're headlining the Christmas train. Bob
Bob
Noxious. And I
Noxious!
was like, really?
Again, no fucking way.
Are they gonna do Police Stab My Dad? Because I
Yeah.
hope so. They do that every time.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Bob Noxious occupies. This is for the old London heads. Bob Noxious is like holding hands with Norma Jeans
Oh god.
in my head, which has been gone for a while now.
It's been gone for a while. They used to play there all the time.
Yeah, that was like their set. They like
Yeah.
played weekends there, and it would be like on the radio, like Friday night at Norma Jeans, Bob Noxious.
It's
Well,
just
what?
they're just London famous.
Yeah, but they barely play here.
Are they famous elsewhere in the world?
No.
It's just
No.
London.
It's London and maybe surrounding areas they'll open, I think.
Like, are they good, though,
No,
technically?
well, I'm like, sure, they're musicians that have had a career playing music, so I guess.
Like, they're good enough, yeah.
Yeah, if they're listening, fuck you guys. I'm so sick of you.
Honestly, if you're listening, as much as I have respect for them and
Yeah.
the fact that, like, they do this every year and people like them, and I get it. That being said, I've lived in this city for a long time.
I've had my fill.
I've had enough Bob Noxious for the rest of my fucking life.
I think
maybe in 20 years, if I didn't hear him for 20 years, I'd be like, oh, Bob Noxious.
Bob Noxious, these two things.
Yeah, oh, yeah, this song. Yeah.
All right, that's enough.
And it'd be 10 minutes, and I'd be like, all right, I'm done.
I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah.
I think I've probably seen Bob Noxious more than any other band.
100%. 100%.
And I've never done it on purpose.
No, I've seen Bob Noxious against my will probably like 20 times.
I went to the Christmas parade like 6 years ago, and they had like a float.
That's the thing. They do the train, and then they also, because they stop it at the Richmond tracks.
Yeah.
And they play.
And they play like 4 songs.
And then they also do the Christmas parade.
Yeah.
And then they go and play in the park for the opening of the lights. Or,
Yeah.
It's
For
like
the
they
lighting
get
of the lights.
fucking three Christmas shows a year.
They got Christmas on lock. They must have like a family member on city council
They
or something.
must. I'm waiting for the year that they're not there.
Yeah, the
It's like,
political
well,
assassination of Bob Noxious.
We should be the ones.
I mean, there's lots of good lines of sight on the Christmas train.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we could snipe people. Just
Do you
kidding.
imagine just saying, police, now my dad. Bang! Fucking head explodes. Rack another shot, hit the guitar player right in the chest.
Yeah. No!
Before anyone even
And
knows
he's
what's
trying to keep playing? Because he's like, this is all I
I
have.
gotta play Silver Bills.
Josh brought guns into the studio today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. We've been talking about playing. I got toys. Hit the microphone.
No, I'm going to hit you right in the neck.
In the neck. You did. Yeah, I brought toys.
Yeah, you want that?
Because one of my Halloween costumes this year was a cowboy.
Okay.
So I had this sitting in a holster the whole time.
Dude, it was cool. I thought it was actually like a well done outfit.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I bought a vest and everything. But like,
Are you just keeping that loaded and
yeah, just like it's a dart, dude. But like, I felt like more of a man with a fake gun on my hip. Because like it sits weird when you sit down, so I had to like sit down and put the gun on the table.
Dude, I'm
like,
telling
we're
you.
negotiating now.
I'm telling you. We talk so much shit. We would move to Texas. I know this.
If I lived in the States, I would have a gun immediately.
We would
like
move to
day one.
Texas where they have open carry.
Yeah.
And it'd be like a month. And we'd be like, goddamn liberals. Fucking, I'd have a Colt 45 on my hip at all times.
Yeah, like I fully agree with gun control.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Except for, yeah.
Because I'm a
fine.
sane guy.
Yeah.
And like I wouldn't kill someone out of anger. Could you imagine? Like we were talking earlier about like, keeping a lid on things.
Yeah.
There's guys that just want to shoot people
All the time.
all the time. And
Yeah.
then the second they get a little drunk, it might just be like, you got your gun on you.
Dude, it does happen.
Oh yeah, those people are just cops.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're police.
Yeah, those people just
especially American police.
They just want to kill somebody, and they're like, well, you can join the army or this.
American police in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Shout
Well, yeah,
out.
you're too fat for the army, so do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's actually
As
true.
much as I appreciate not getting speeding tickets when I ever so subtly show my military ID.
You suck for that.
I
mean, do your thing, but like,
I also will say like I hate talking to police and they're like, oh, you were in the military, yeah, we're the same, and I'm like, no, we're not.
yeah,
No.
I almost joined.
No, yeah, you guys go to police academy. We have basic training where we weed out pussies and bad people,
And then they end up at police academy.
and then they go to police academy.
And then
yeah.
if you fuck that up, then you get your security license.
and you become a douchey security guard.
Yeah, you can become a bouncer.
Yeah, there's one way to come into security. Okay, there's two ways. You can either be on your way up into like the military or the police force, and you're like trying to improve
Your resume and
your
shit.
resume and shit, or you're on your way down from the military and the police force.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's one or the other. Those are the only, and they intersect at security guard.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a lifer security guard?
I mean, I kind of respect it if you're in the game that long.
If
you started in security
this
and
is
you're
what
like,
I was
I'm
gonna
good
say.
at this.
This is what I was going to say. Guys, I've talked to guys who are like, they do security guard, and they're like, this is my thing, my career.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what? It's commendable because they actually know their shit. Guys who are like good at it, they know their shit, and they know like what they're able to do, how much, like the legality of what they're able to do. And then those are the kind of guys that end up becoming like private bodyguards for people.
Yeah, like I feel like a security guard and a cop probably get around the same amount of training.
No.
Yeah.
Cops get fuck tons, like colossal fuck tons more training.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, a security guard's like go take a weekend class. And there's
Yeah, but I'm talking on the job. I think because...
Yeah, dude, the police get fucking... What? That's
No,
crazy...
okay, because this is my thing, okay? Security guards, like, can't usually carry guns.
Yeah.
Right? Unless it's, like, very specific types of security.
Well, they have to go get licenses for
Well, they have to get licenses, and if you work, like, Brinks trucks, or if you work, like, certain things, and, yeah.
G4S.
You'll get a gun. Cops get a gun.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like if having a gun or using your gun isn't an option, you're going to explore other avenues first. Where I feel like as a cop, it's a lot easier to just be like, I have this gun. Yeah. When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
But that's true. I agree with that. But cops do get a lot. They get way more training. Like security guards don't get training on like how to de-escalate situations.
I feel like they do.
No, they don't. They don't, dude.
No, I'm not talking formally.
I talked to the security guard at my work at my apartment building, and that motherfucker doesn't even. He barely speaks English. He's not gonna de-escalate.
Do you have
anything.
security in your building now?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I will say that I saw him. Yeah, you're gonna get who this is right away. The one day, there was a guy coming in who lived there, and he didn't recognize him. Whatever, and the security guard is like, buddy, stops him and is like, hey, buddy. And the guy starts, he's like, I live here, like, whatever. And he's like, no, stop, buddy. And he keeps buddying him. And the guy's like, you call me buddy one more fucking time and I'm going to punch you in the face. Like, this is my house. I pay for you to be here. Fuck off. Yeah. He's like, buddy, calm down, buddy. And he keeps saying buddy. And the guy's like... And I can see the rage building. And I walked up and was like, whoa. This guy lives here. He lives on the 7th floor. Like, I know where he lives. It's fine. Yeah. I was like,
this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No. Like, I knew the guy. And I was like, calm the fuck down. Yeah. Like, I know this dude. He's supposed to be here. He lives here. Yeah. And he was like, thank you. I'm like, Jesus, man. But we're going up in the elevator. And he's like, calling me buddy. I'm like... Yeah, it's a cultural thing. Yeah. And, like, they haven't figured out that you call
buddy is like fighting words.
Yeah, you call a fucking OG Canadian buddy that you want to get punched in the face.
I mean, there's times where it's like... Hey, yeah, like, I'd say 80% of the time, buddy is like...
I'm going to punch you.
I'm going to hit you.
Yeah. It's brutal. And so in that regard, I was like, this motherfucker has no de-escalation training at all.
Yeah, maybe that guy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe security is too broad.
G4S, and I feel like G4S, Brinks, Garda, those guys get a lot of training. Yeah. They get a lot. But they're also like the cream of the crop. Like G4S, do you want to know something interesting? You know the company I'm talking about? It looks like it says gas, but it's G4S. They, like, small... I hate to do this, but it's true. Small, shitty little African countries that can't control themselves will hire G4S to come in, and they hire them for, like, a region. And they'll be like, yeah, we need military there. And G4S institutes militaries in these, like, small African countries. Yeah. Like you would not believe level mercenary. Like, the G4S guys that are here moving shit around, like, picking up whatever from Walmart. Yeah. Like, their cash from Walmart or whatever. That is way different. G4S has, like, they can drop a full military inside of a country and be like, there you go. They're massive.
Isn't it kind of crazy? Because, okay, like, countries have militaries, right? But then there's also, like, private military contractors and stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, there is, like, so much less oversight
of them. Yeah, because they operate in foreign countries.
Yeah.
So it's like, you go to, or some, like, little South American country.
Yeah, we just send these guys
some region of Bolivia, and they're like, yeah, we need a military here. And they just hire a U.S., like, private military contractor, and they're like, here you go, hired guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With, like, very little oversight or supervision, really. We're just like, this is the goal, like, make it happen.
My buddy got offered, he said no to it because he was like, man, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Got offered $500,000 to go, I can't remember where it was, somewhere in the Middle East.
Destabilize Venezuela.
No, $500,000, 6 months. It's a 6-month posting. You're in the Middle East. You're on a compound. But they go through the details of everything with him, and he's like, all right, like, what does this entail? And he's like, well, you're literally just standing guard. You're doing it for 6 months. But anything that fucking moves within 100 yards of the borders of this compound, you shoot and kill.
Damn.
And he was like, okay, but, like, can we have assessment, like, if a kid comes up...
No, you kill the kid.
They were like, if a kid comes up and, like, you try to warn him off, they were like, no, you shoot to kill. And he's like, yeah, $500,000's not enough.
Because that's the thing. Like, that is a war crime if the army does it.
That's a war crime.
Right?
If the army does it, but a private military contractor...
that is fucking nuts. That we're just
no
like,
laws
all right,
on that.
we're not going to do any war crimes.
Yeah, because
we're just going to pay this company to do war crimes.
Yeah, because the militaries adhere to rules of engagement.
Yeah.
Like, every mission you go on, you get a brief on ROEs.
Yeah.
So, like, some of them, you'll go into an active war zone, and they're like, anyone that fits this description, you shoot and kill.
Yeah.
But some, even they'll be like, these are like insurgents, and they fit this description, but you can't shoot them unless they fire at you first.
Yeah.
And that's like the specific ROE for that area. That's determined between our governments.
Yep.
That we've like come to this agreement. But like sometimes you go in and they're like, fucking any non-woman or child, you shoot.
Yeah.
Like, you're in way too much danger all the time, like, you shoot.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like, so it changes. But those guys, ROEs are like, kill anything within this area.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, doctors, kids.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything that moves.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
That's fucking...
I think that,
where's the oversight?
Exact, there is none. Because it's like, there's enough steps in between the government and them.
I know.
That the government can be like, well, we didn't tell them to do that.
We didn't tell them to do it. We just
I
told them
someone to tell
someone
to tell someone to tell them to do that.
Yeah.
Right? And no one knows who those 3 guys are in the middle.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be gone for 6 months.
I'm coming back $500,000 richer. I'm just taking a vacation.
Yeah, well, the crazy thing is, because you're making it on international soil. Mm-hmm. Or, like, outside of Canada. Mm-hmm. So you don't get taxed on it. So they just put it in your account and you come back to Canada, you have $500,000. Mm-hmm. And they pay for everything while you're there. So you literally don't spend money for 6 months.
You would be a different guy if you had to kill a kid.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you just wouldn't be Christian anymore. You'd be
a different man.
Yeah, you wouldn't have anything behind your eyes.
Yeah, I think you would. It'd be sadness and despair.
No, I think it'd be hollow.
Yeah,
yeah, because like killing a kid is like the betraying everything about being a human, right? Like all of your instincts.
No, what if you
like,
went to Africa? When you go to Africa, where they have fucking child soldiers and these kids come up and they're shooting.
Yeah,
you ever watch Blood Diamond with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, like I get it. The self-preservation.
I would have shot that kid.
I get the self-preservation.
It's his son,
thing.
so I get that he doesn't, but still.
Yeah, but like, damn.
Yeah.
What if it was in Africa and they were black? How would you feel about killing the kids?
Well, no, because it's like in Africa, child soldiers are a big thing that they use because these sick fuck warlords, they play to the fact that like, despite us being like millions of times better trained, that they know that we have issues shooting kids.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, well, disarm the fucking kids and you'll have a hard time shooting them.
Yeah.
And they know that's how it rolls. Like, that they're like, oh, yeah, well, you're going to come in and you'll definitely wipe out a bunch of adults, even if we try to train them. But you're going to have a hard time killing 30 kids with AKs. Yeah. Like, your guys aren't going to be all on board. That's why fucking airborne guys were all fucked up. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, they did this fucked up shit, this thing. And Somalia, it's like, Yeah, they also went in and got shot at by children and were faced
The
with
Canadian
the fact
guys in Somalia?
Yeah.
They also raped a dude to death.
Yeah, they raped
So.
him. But
That
that's
is
what
like
I'm
a
saying,
serious...
though. That's what I'm saying, though, is can you imagine... They had been there for, like, fucking 8 months.
Yeah, true.
Can you imagine being in there and it's like every day you're just confronted with the fact of, like, I'm either going to be shot and killed by a bunch of children or I'm going to shoot them.
Do you think they get, like, recess?
The kids? Mm-hmm. No, they work them pretty hard.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how child slavery works.
Dude, it's like, all right, we're doing, like, bayonet training, and then now it's playtime.
You guys got 15 minutes for yourself, so do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And they start killing each other.
That's true. It's like them and the fucking... Yeah, immediately, like,
start
all right,
murdering.
time to play, and all they know is kill.
Yeah. Dude, they're
like
little
those-
monsters, though.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen some of the shit? Mm-hmm. They don't give a fuck.
It's like those kids in China. Like, you're like, all right, take a break, and they just keep making more
Well,
iPhones.
because you know the other thing they do? They figured out a while ago that opiates, like, permanently alter the wiring in your brain.
Yeah.
So they give them heroin, and they get kids addicted to heroin. That's a huge thing in these, like, the child soldier rings.
Yeah.
They get them addicted to heroin so that they, like, don't fucking think properly, and they'll just send them out and be like, walk up to those soldiers and shoot them. And they just walk and shoot, and, like, no cover, no nothing.
Yeah.
Like, no sense of self-preservation. They're just like, like, drop clip, next clip, and it's like, man... I cannot fucking imagine. It's seeing some kid like that, you'd be like, oh, little monster, pop!
Yeah.
Like, you'd shoot. You'd have to, man. Fucking AK rounds flying all over the place, like, aimlessly.
Two things.
Because the other thing, they kick back the kids, like...
Two things. Okay. They could have the best of both worlds here,
Yeah.
right? With the mental capacity of an adult, with the stature of a child soldier.
Just say, like, Down syndrome people.
No, midgets.
Oh,
These are my midget soldiers.
Wow.
Because then they wouldn't be stupid, but they would, like, from a distance, you'd think it's a kid.
Keep talking.
Right? Oh, we're on to something here.
No. I've got something good for you that's going to blow your fucking
Okay,
mind.
and then, also, second point, if I was a child and you gave me heroin and a gun, I would have the best summer of my life. You know?
Yeah, you would.
Like, they'd be like, oh, it's slavery. That sounds awesome.
Okay. The Midget Manifesto.
Who wrote this?
Yeah, so me and my uncle...
You wrote this?
No.
Okay.
Me and my uncle used to get drunk. We found this weirdly online, like, years ago when I used to, like, browse the dark web with a fucking Tor browser and shit. And, oh, fuck.
The Midget Manifesto.
Yeah, so we find this, and we would read it at Christmas drunk and thought it was, like, die laughing.
Yeah.
We will do this year for Christmas, because I'm only going to read you a little bit, but there's, like, diagrams and everything. Don't read this without me.
Okay, I won't.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm actually, like, really excited.
It's phenomenal. I'll just give you the definition, or the proposal. It's like one sentence. So it's broken down as like a science literature.
Oh my God, this is
It's
literally
like
a manifesto.
It's an essay. It's a proper manifesto.
Some guy got a PhD for this.
Okay, proposal. Harness the inherent power of midgets to provide clean, reliable energy and a source of entertainment for mankind. Just a little bit more. Implementation. Number of midgets necessary. 6. 3 worker midgets, 1 breeding midget, 2 gladiatorial midgets.
No!
Worker midgets will get a special creation consisting of 4 legs and 2 arms. See figure 1.
Wait, they're like sewing them together?
Like, no, you like have to inbreed them, I think.
Okay.
They will also be bred to have uncommon dominant gene, which causes a 6-fingered mutation, which is apparently common in midgets. These midgets will necessarily be hardy and athletic. Selective breeding will guarantee these traits. The breeding midget must be a durable female carrying the 6-fingered gene. She must also be a pure midget, having both midget genes be dominant. When breeding occurs, the offspring is guaranteed to be a midget and have 6 fingers. The gladiatorial midgets can be either male or female, but must be of good health and attitude. These midgets can be of any number of fingers and other attributes. These midgets are easily replaced.
It's so
fun.
when they make them fight?
Yeah, like, dude, You will read it, because part of it is that they, like, you set up on your property, like, a little town for them to live in, and everything's small size. And then you get the working midgets, because they have 4 legs, to run on on, like, little wheels, and they generate power.
Oh, my God.
For you, and you can live off the grid based on your midget army.
I like how it already starts with the assumption that, like, they're subservient.
They're subservient.
You know, like
that's the first
it's their
thing.
natural state.
Yeah. It's fucking horrible, dude. Like, we found this, and I was like, no, someone has, like, a real problem with midgets.
Yeah.
Like, it's not okay.
Yeah, this guy,
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's really fucked up.
But if you, like, take one step in, you're like,
oh, this is dark.
like, there's hatred here.
Yeah, it's so fucked.
This isn't, like, if it's funny and the guy's making a joke, if it's 3 sentences and it's like, what if we made them run on treadmills and fight each other?
This is the thing.
That's a guy making a joke.
We read the first little bit and we were like, oh, this is hilarious. And then we kept reading and we were like, oh, wow, this
guy's a lot of mental...
put a lot of work into this. And it's way too, like, articulate. Like, he's a relatively intelligent person.
Like, you could take this plan and make it happen.
You could 100% implement this plan with 100% certainty. He gives you every fucking detail you need. Yes. It's pages long.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I love crazy people.
Dude, I love it. Schizogram, let's go.
Yeah, I know. Schizogram.
We should start a channel called the Midget Manifesto.
And just make this happen?
Yeah. Why not? Not get real midgets. We'll just get full-size people.
Yeah, but I think the 6th finger thing, that might be hard. And 4-legged. I still don't know how we get to the 4-legged
leg. I don't know
like
how they get...
centaur.
Yeah, 3 legs makes sense. I wonder if you have to, like, interspecies breed.
Or, like cut the legs off of one and...
give it to the other at birth.
Yeah, like graft it on.
Yeah,
like a conjoined twin or something.
Oh, you could do a conjoined twin that they have 4 legs. Oh my god. And then remove one of the bodies.
Yeah, or even just the head.
Oh, wow.
Just kill one of them. Because the blood, the circulatory systems are all linked. So it'll keep the body alive.
Yeah.
There is a case, I think, of a conjoined twin killing the other one.
Really?
Yeah. And the body never decomposed or anything. Because
fucked.
I think he tried to strangle it, but they shared lungs.
So you can't.
So you can't strangle it. And then I think what they did was they, like, cut the blood supply to the other one's brain, killed its brain, but it's technically still alive. It's just brain dead.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking this up. Conjoined twins were...
Because I remember watching, like, an American Horror Story with conjoined twins on it, and I was like, I did some research on them, because they fascinate me.
Oh, my...
You find it?
No. There's actually legality issues to this.
What do you mean, like killing your twin?
Because they are one.
Yeah, like...
How can you commit what? How can one of them commit murder if they themselves do not die?
It's like half suicide.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, how they even prosecute them is... Yeah. If you're infringing... Yeah, it says here. How could the guilty twin be punished without infringing on the rights of the conjoined sibling?
Yeah, because you can't go to jail.
Imprison the other one.
Because then they're both there.
Then they're both in jail.
What happens if you're a conjoined twin and one of the two kills a third person?
Oh, and the other one's like,
the other one wasn't a part of it, didn't want to do it.
The legalities of
like,
conjoined twins.
You'd have to put them both in jail.
Yeah, or one of them is unjustly serving time.
Or you can't put them in jail at all.
Yeah.
And then the guy gets away with murder.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
We should really...
Would they, like, do the surgery to separate them and then throw them
put the one... You're going to jail with one arm kind of thing?
Yeah. Because, like, some twins are, like, joined at the hip, but they've got all their limbs. And then some are, like, literally a person with 2 heads.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. There are varying degrees. Because I've seen ones, where, like, they're very much joined circulatory systems, so they can't separate them. Yeah. Or it's, like, extremely difficult. But they have 2 hearts, 2 sets of lungs, shit like that. And, like, they're joined, like, for a large portion of the
it's, like,
middle.
up their leg and, like, their side.
Yeah,
and
then they both have 2 arms. Like,
yeah. And then have you seen the one where it's the top of their skulls?
No.
are fused,
What? That would
like
suck.
top to top.
How?
I
And
think
they have
I
one
think
brain?
they died. No, they like
Oh yeah, I think they were young. Yes, and they
they
did
were like
die.
a baby and they
Yeah.
died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? You get one fucking shot at life.
How do you get that baby out?
Like feet first and feet end. Like
Yeah. Oh, that must be horrible.
that was
for
like the
mom.
worst pregnancy ever.
Yeah, that mom must have been like, hate these kids.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Like
Yeah.
you hear about it. You hear about people hating their kids that are born normal.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
can't. That dude, the whole time one of them's just kicking you in the lungs and heart
Yeah, because it would be in there like
this,
oh,
and it'd be like bop bop bop, and you'd be like,
like every
you're
single
fucking
time
getting heart
someone's
palpitations
like,
when you move around.
oh
too
yeah,
much.
like we had a really difficult pregnancy. Like delivery
did you
took
have
like 15
head-to-head
hours,
conjoined twins?
and this person's like drinking and smoking at the end of the bar. Like, oh, yours sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yours sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you heard about mine? 48 hours. C-section anyways. Okay? I had a fucking twofer.
Yeah, I got
Like,
the,
I get like
I
a
got
Twix
the,
bar.
I got the BOGO deal.
I got the BOGO.
Like I was at fucking Burger King.
Yeah, it was like the 2-piece of Kit Kat.
Oh.
Like just one go.
Yeah, can you imagine?
My
that-
shit's torn up.
If they were side to side and then they come out, that would blow a vagina out.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
No, it's done. You can never have sex again.
Yeah, like from the vagina, like halfway up
Like-
your back.
Yeah, just like,
Open you up like a clam.
oh, it'd be like Alien.
It would be like Alien.
It'd be like
Sounds
Alien.
awful.
Oh, that'd be
so glad I don't
terrible.
have to ever give birth.
I know. You know what though? As horrible as it sounds,
It's not as bad as getting kicked in the nuts.
not as bad as getting kicked in
It's
the
not,
balls.
and I'll stand on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Women don't understand the pain.
Yeah, women don't understand pain anyways.
Yeah, because obviously they have a lower pain tolerance than we do.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? Only a woman who has like had a pregnancy of like twins at the same time. Or
Yeah, then they're on the
conjoined,
same...
Then they've had the idea of how bad it is to be a man and to get the flu.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, actually.
pretty bad.
I've almost died from the flu.
Yeah, every time.
Every single time. I see the light, you know?
Yeah, I gotta fucking consciously
Sometimes you
walk
get
away.
the chicken noodle soup and it's too warm to eat yet.
Yeah,
You gotta
Whoa.
wait. And they're like, can you put an ice
Yeah.
cube in this? And they're like, no.
And you're there, you're like, and you lay on the couch, and then there's nothing good on Netflix, and you're like, why did they take off Dodgeball?
Or the pain of someone throws a beer pong ball at you and
Yeah,
it bounces on your side of the table and you miss.
you don't catch it.
You don't catch it and then you have to chase it
Oh my
and
god!
you kick it.
Oh, if you before you can pick it up,
Yeah, and it goes under the couch or something.
or you ever had a guy you're playing beer pong and a guy throws it, bounces off the table, and then hits you and goes in the cup, and you're like,
Yeah, and you just fumble.
the shame. The
Yeah,
shame.
that's pain.
That's
you want to know
real
actual pain? That's pain.
That's real pain.
That hurts.
Yeah, or getting a warm draft beer, like we're
Oh!
in fucking England or something.
Oh, no. When you light a cigarette backwards.
Oh,
Oh.
the pain.
Dude, there's actually like nothing like that.
No.
Oh, you go to take a sip of your beer and the pint glass hits your tooth.
Oh, and you tank it?
Yeah. Oh. It like ruins the beer.
It does. It does.
I'm trying to think of what else.
God, there's a few.
I deal with a lot.
Yeah, we deal with a lot, and you guys have pregnancy. Like,
Yeah.
you step it
when
up.
you get like a piece of meat stuck in your molars and it's there
Yeah.
for like 2 days.
And you brush, and you're like digging at it,
You got a
flossing.
toothpick all day.
Yeah. Oh,
But, you know, that pain is offset by how good it feels when you do get it out.
when you get it out of there,
Yeah.
and then you're like, look, there's a gap in there. It adjusts a little bit.
When you button a shirt and you've misaligned it.
Getting to the top, and then
Getting
you
to the
realize-
top and your collar's like...
and they got
and you're late for something?
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, you guys don't know.
There's pain.
There's pain in my life.
Pain for men. What have you been up to? How was the week? What did you do?
Good, man. Fucking Call of Duty's out. Playing
Dude,
that a lot.
I haven't been playing it as much as I want, but I did download it, and I've been
Yeah,
having
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, the election would have been yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Tuesday we're doing it. Okay, yeah. Thank God.
Yeah. So who knows?
Canada Post might be going on strike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For what now? Probably just got denied a raise again.
I know. Yeah, well, that because they're overpaid. But no, they're not overpaid. I
Rain,
actually don't
sleet,
agree.
or snow, your mail gets delivered.
Yeah,
Those
they
guys are
not
actual
overpaid.
heroes.
They are. Yeah. They are not overpaid. I fully retract that statement.
Yeah.
They.
You know what's kind of bullshit? The mail.
The fucking mail. Yeah, and they worked on like Christmas Eve. They're out slogging it in 4 feet of snow, bringing me mail.
Yeah, bringing me my Amazon package.
Yeah, thanks.
Leave it at the door.
Yeah, you won't even answer the fucking door for them.
You got to sign for
Leave
this.
it.
Can I not? Can you just drop it and say I signed it? No. I gotta put my slippers on.
Fuck. Okay, let me get a t-shirt.
Yeah. No shirt.
And then you go out and they're freezing their ass off.
You're like, just fucking don't open the door all the way.
Oh, are you sick? Don't cough near me.
Sorry, I've got Christmas going on in here with
why
my
are
family,
you breathing
and
so
it's
close?
a little rude that you asked me to come to the door. Got like 8 hours of drops.
Yeah,
today.
so I guess they've been working without a contract for like over a year.
That's never good.
Because the last time they were like, we're going to strike, they're like, nah, you can't. You're an essential service. So they made them work, and so they've just been working with no contract.
Yeah.
And now they're like, this is what we want. And they're like, no. And the government's way off on what they are. Like, they're in very different realms. And I believe we find out today if they're going on strike or not.
I mean,
So,
damn.
yeah.
It is pretty crazy how, like, we have a contract, you broke the terms of the contract, or you're refusing to sign another one. They're like, fine, we're not working then. We're on strike until this gets resolved. And the government, who is the negotiating partner, can be like, no, actually.
You're going to go to work.
You're going to go to work, actually.
Yeah, like, can you imagine, though, if nurses and doctors were like, yeah, we're going to go on strike. And they're like, well, no, people need treatment. And be like, cool, then give us what we asked for.
Yeah, that's the point of it.
Yeah, yeah, that's the point of the strike. And they're like, no, you're not allowed to strike. Like,
Yeah, like
what?
teachers, too. Because
Yeah.
people freak out, like, where are my kids going to go?
Yeah, what am I going to do?
Who's going to parent my kids for 8 hours?
Yeah, who's going to parent my kids? Because I can't afford daycare because I spend all my money on fucking Amazon packages.
And the post office isn't fucking delivering them?
Yeah, what?
Let's go my whole world.
You could fuck up this country so fast.
Yeah, like 2 weeks. I mean, 2 weeks of no mail.
No mail,
'Cause
and
from what I
teachers go on
understand-
strike, people would be like, give them anything they want!
From what I understand is the post office doesn't operate like, well, all the mail's done for today, like, everyone knock off early. They, like, keep it, like, they just keep up with demand on the mail,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Well, because I think they run 24-hour shifts that are sorting so that when people come in the morning to do runs to take out the mail,
yeah.
to, like, deliver the mail, like, everything's ready and they walk in and start delivering.
Yeah, like, it's...
They also, I'm pretty sure overnight they fucking are sending packages off to, like, planes. They get shipped over.
They do, like,
planes.
logistics runs and
Constantly,
shit like that,
yeah.
right? So, I mean, like, if they strike for, like, 2 weeks, that mail would pile up.
And it'd be how would you ever
How would
catch
you
up?
ever chip away at that stockpile? You just have, like, mail's just 2 weeks late now forever.
Forever.
Unless we, like, double the staff.
Well, because they striked. You know what's funny you say that? They striked years ago.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago. And I remember that for years, the postal service was shit.
Yeah,
because they never caught up. And then it got to the point, remember where they got the tracking?
Mm-hmm.
When, like, Canada Post was like, yeah, like, you can track your parcel. And it was like, dude, they're so accurate.
Yeah, it's crazy accurate.
They are they're way more accurate than, like, UPS or Purelator or FedEx. They're like, oh, it'll be here between 9 and 10 tomorrow morning, and it's there at 8:30. And you're like, huh, okay.
Yeah. You ever track a package through DHL?
DHL's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dude, I love DHL.
I love DHL.
DHL and Canada Post are the shit, dude. Yeah.
DHL sometimes with the tracking, though, is so funny.
Garbage.
Because they're just like, it's coming. And you're like, when? They're like, it is.
Tomorrow,
maybe.
Yeah, but they are sick. They're usually pretty prompt.
They are usually pretty prompt. I don't know who owns DHL. I think it's a foreign one.
I think so, too. Yeah, UPS is garbage.
UPS is garbage.
UPS is actual hot shit.
FedEx is pretty ass.
Their shit their shit unless you pay for the like expedited parcel. Then your shit's there the next day.
Yeah, FedEx are the kings of just slapping that notice up, being like, couldn't reach it.
Yeah, walk up, they're like, pop,
Run.
one knock, here you go, wasn't there.
Yeah, if they even
Pick it up
knock.
at the spot, and it's like, wow,
You
dude.
see people, because now everyone's got like Ring cameras and shit.
Where
on
they
their
walk
houses.
up and put the notice and
They just
don't
walk
even
up
knock.
and put the notice on.
Yeah, it's such bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because they're behind on their reg.
They'll
or
do it in
whatever.
our building. Like, I'll sometimes get stuff delivered through FedEx.
Yeah.
And they'll stick that notice on, like, the lobby door.
Yeah, I know. Where they don't
Like, you didn't even come in.
Yeah, you didn't even come in. It's bullshit.
Come on.
Yeah.
My mailbox is 4 steps in the door.
Yep. It drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah, I
hate
believe
that
it.
shit. All right, buddy.
Everybody, have a nice day. Hopefully the world's not burning down
Yeah.
after
Kamala or
Jill
Trump
Stein
wins.
won the election.
Jill Stein. Wow,
Yeah.
hot take.
Yeah, well, I bet a lot of money on that. So
Did
it's
you?
really fun.
I'm gonna put $500,000 on
Yeah, like-
Kamala.
$500,000?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. All right, everybody, stay reasonable.
Keep dadding.
We love you so much. Good night.
Reasonable Doubt Podcast. If you guys like funny, hilarious, goofy, goober, silly boys podcast, that is a good place to find yourself.
That was a